It's been 2 months now since Governor Walz declared a peacetime emergency due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
As more people kind of settle into the now familiar routine of remote working, homeschooling, socializing from a distance, the emotional impact from this new way of living may also be taking its toll. But how can we tell the difference between feelings of stay-at-home fatigue and possible depression?
Our relationships experts, Dr. Shonda Craft, joins us now on Skype Live. Dr. Craft, thanks so much for being here today.
Good morning.
Yeah, so talk to us about this idea of stay-at-home fatigue, or is it something more serious? I know you have a real quick evaluation that we'd really like to get through.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we know people's lives have been forced to change pretty dramatically. You know, they've lost access to family and friends, they're taking up new roles. We've lost favorite activities. We're not as active. So what we're really seeing is people who are experiencing a lot more physical, mental, and emotional, kind of consequences of this remote working. So everything from aches and pains to increased headaches, but, also feelings of hopelessness and anxiety. They're worried about money. They're worried about their health. They're worried about their family and the future. And so we know that, feelings of hopelessness, anxiety, general emptiness are real concerns for people. But we also know that some people might be wondering, is this something more serious? Am I depressed?
Mm-hmm.
So you have this kind of evaluation of that's an acronym for depressed, right? So people can try to at least think through this. Either way is whether it's fatigue or whether it's depression. It does make a difference as to whether you're getting treatment, probably. So D stands for what?
So D stands for down, and this is just those general feelings of sadness and anxiety, but we also know that people can also feel down on themselves. So their self-esteem may be suffering, they may be feeling pretty hopeless or guilty during this time.
Mm-hmm. We also have E, energy, and P, pleasure. Talk to us a little bit about those.
Yeah, so we oftentimes see decreased energy and pretty serious fatigue with people who are actually experiencing depression. And that pleasure piece is really about, have you lost interest in doing things that you normally would want to do? But we also may see people with pretty low motivation. So, the kids who don't want to get up and do their homework on a consistent basis, us adults who are feeling like it's maybe just too much to even keep the house clean, maintain general hygiene, get dressed and get out of our jammies every day. Just that sense of, pleasure is just not there. The things that we'd like to do is just not there.
R is for restlessness.
Yeah, so we find that people oftentimes have less concentration. They may have problems remembering things. They may also have difficulty making decisions. It's just like your brain can't settle down, but you also may find that you can't physically settle down either. You're constantly having to get up and move around from activity to activity.
Okay, so we have D, E, P, R, the next E for eating, which we know we've seen a lot of changes in people's eating habits over the past 2 months.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was listening earlier about the going to the grocery store every 10 days. I mean, frankly, we just might not have the same foods in our house that we normally might have. So it's not just about what you're eating, but how often you're eating. So are you eating less or are you eating more? Are you eating at odd times during the day, just kind of off cycle in your eating patterns?
Then the S is here, sleep and safety.
Yeah, and these are really two big ones for us as therapists. So the sleep component, we know that depression, oftentimes we see people who stay in bed, they sleep a little bit more. We also will see people sleeping less. Maybe they're having problems staying asleep, they're waking up earlier or off cycle in their sleep pattern. And the second S is really important, that safety piece. So this is feelings of death, thoughts of death, suicide, maybe even possible behaviors of self-harm or actual suicide attempts, which are very serious.
And so if you're hearing this and anything on this list is really triggering you, first thing you should do is what?
Well, the first thing you should do is really, call a medical professional or a mental health professional. This is definitely not something you want to go through alone. And what's really important is that, there are more than a dozen signs and symptoms of depression. And so you would be looking for these to be consistently present throughout the day, most days of the week, and for at least 2 weeks' time. So if you've been suffering that long, you definitely want to talk to a medical or mental health professional right away.
Very good. Dr. Shonda Craft, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.